Hey, Remy. Hey, Winky Whispers. Hey, Angela Critters. I didn't tell anybody I was going live, so how's everybody doing? We'll wait and see if anybody else comes in. We got at least 20 lurking. Oh, I woke up with a runny nose and itchy eyes, and I don't even have allergies, so I hope I'm not getting sick. So, the topic of today is y'all's gross. Every frickin' one of you is gross. What a freaking cesspool. And what I saw last night was just disgusting from both sides, not just one side, both sides. Can you all hear me? It was gross, Angela. I mean, and I'm not talking just about one side, I'm talking both sides. Was absolutely disgusting. Hey, D Rod. I guess all my wrenches are asleep or working or something. Yeah, both sides, Amber K. Both sides. Because you're not going to convince me. And first of all, let me start by saying, Potty Mouth, I don't know you that well. I have come into a few streams with you and Aratria, and I enjoy the hell out of them. I think you two dive really well. And I hate your situation. I've hated it since I learned about it. I pray that you and your children can get past these scars. Hey, Madagascar. And that at some point you and your children can find peace. Molly, what you said was disgusting. Don't you ever, ever, ever blame a mother for their child's abuse. But I also feel in my heart of hearts that Potty Mouth was convinced to go live last night because Marissa had Trisha, whatever her name is, truthfully Trisha on over there. I think both sides use this for fodder, and I think it's gross. I didn't learn a Potty Mouth story through Marissa. I learned of her story by her video that she put up back, I think, July 19th, a year or so ago, that played the music and everything. And my heart is broken for her since. And I don't even really know Potty Mouth that well. She seems like a very quiet, um, private person. Exactly, Angela. How dare a victim get blamed? I so agree with you. What Marissa said was so beyond disgusting. So beyond disgusting. Hey, Jenna. But I do believe that both sides participated in it. I really do. Hey, Lisa 54. I don't believe that Potty Mouth had any desire to go live last night and dredge all of this up again. I don't. She's been very private about all of this. What went down between her and Marissa was over a month ago. I believe she was pushed into going live and talking about it. Well, Sarah, you can say I'm wrong, but can you prove I'm wrong? Trust me when I say I do not agree with anything Marissa said. Well, that's your opinion, Sarah. I've got my opinion. If you don't like it, then see your way out the door, Sarah. No problem. The only reason you ever come in here is to argue with me, anyways. Did Potty Mouth notify Diane a month ago when Diane peeled that scab off again? None of what went down last night needed to happen. And you're not going to tell me that it was just a coincidence that Potty Mouth stepped up and said, you know what? I think I'm going to go live tonight on Amanda Lynn's panel and talk about what Marissa did to me. Sorry, not buying it, Sarah. With all due respect, Truth DMM wanted to share her story about MGL and asked Amanda if she could go live. She's getting hounded by trolls. Well, like I said, I don't watch Potty Mouth Mama. I do know that that's where I learned about her story, was on her own channel. But once again, the Christmas shit is coming up. I read the message, Blue Sugar, where she was caring for her child with COVID. Thank God her child feels better. But I'm sorry. I thought it was all disgusting. I thought, oh, peeling that scab off. No, I don't think Potty Mouth has to stay quiet about anything. Cough drop, shut up. I don't think Potty Mouth deleted any messages. I think it's been proven that Marissa lied about that. I disagree, Amber Kay. I disagree, only based on the timing. I disagree based on the timing. Hardly. I don't check with anybody to go live, okay? I'm no different than everybody else on this platform, okay? I will go live when I want to go live, and I will say what I want to say, and I don't need your permission or anybody else's. What went on last night was disgusting. MGL has been sending threats to many people, not just Potty Mouth. Okay, Cough Drop, can you do a live stream to show that? It was disgusting, Ems. You're right. You don't ever blame a mother because what their child went through. That I couldn't believe it. I wanted to reach to the screen and choke Marissa. I wanted somebody to go up on her panel and tell her how freaking horrible she sounded. You don't even want to know, Honor Rose. It was horrible. I felt bad for Potty Mouth too. I still feel bad for her. Nothing's changed. But to say that uh, that Marissa is the one that told her story. No, I didn't learn a potty mouth story from Marissa. I learned it from Potty Mouth. I agree, Amber Kay. I think this whole place is freaking gross. They've been dropped. Where were they dropped at, Tatum? Because I want to go read them. Because I haven't been threatened yet. It's not that nobody cared because of Diane. Stop that cough drop. No one took anything away from Potty Mouth situation because of Diane. I don't know. Why is everybody else being threatened? I'm telling you, Tatum, I've known about Potty Mouth story long before a month ago. And I've yet to even see a clip where Marissa did that. Did she do it? I know Diane went live about it. Did they play a clip over there? Right, Giving Grace. You knew it from Potty Mouth Mama. It's her story. It's her story to tell. It's no one else's. And I thought what Marissa said was freaking horrible. How dare you blame somebody for falling in love with somebody that ends up hurting their children? It was said that Marissa did a live stream telling Potty Mouth's story because she was upset with her about something. I just want to see where that was done at. Because I missed it. Well, cough drop. I don't know about that because for well over a year I've known where to go to look up the story and everything else. It's still up. What's the name of it, D-Rod? I agree, Tatum. It's definitely not Molly Golightly's place. And anybody holding anything over any child's head for what they got for Christmas. I don't care if it's Potty Mouse kids or anybody else's kids. I'm over that. I'm so sick and tired of it. But if anybody deserved a smile on their face at Christmas time, it was Potty Mouse children. So did no clip channels or anything niece grab it? Potty Mouth did not ask MGL for help. MGL went to Potty Mouth. Okay, I believe that. I mean, I'm not going to say that's a lie, but I know that MGL is not the only one that helped Potty Mouth. But again, not my business. Making a drama in front of a bigger audience definitely diffused the situation. I hated what went on last night, Giving Grace. I hated it. There was no reason why. I, I wasn't even watching Marissa go back and forth with truthfully not Trisha. Not interested. Not interested. But then when somebody typed and said Marissa's going off, and I went over there and I heard the thing she was saying about Potty Mouth, I thought, this is freaking disgusting. But then when I went over and I heard Amanda Lynn's panel, and I thought, and I'm sorry, but I feel like it's being used for fodder. Cough drop, you must be Diane. Because why is it fair for Diane to bring it up a month ago? Why is it fair? For Diane to bring it up a month ago. And I realized Potty Mouth had her hands full. She was taking care of a sick child. Thank you, Captain of my soul. It did appear PMM was being exploited. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I agree. There's a lot more that exists on Earth than Diane. I totally agree. Oh, I read them, niece. I read them. Either Amanda Lynn put them up or Potty Mouth One. Somebody put them up. I read them. And they're disgusting. You don't threaten somebody to go on somebody's panel and make a situation straight. That's not Potty Mouth's job. I agree, Amber K. But I felt like it was all used for freaking fodder. And I didn't see not one person for the time I was in Molly's stream telling her to stop it. I mean, for God's sakes, Laura was saying, "Stop it, Marissa! You're wrong. You can't do this." And I think Marissa really hurt herself last night. I really do. She can thank you next. She can go on any panel she wants. I just think the timing is suspicious. I agree, Tatum, that PMM has a right to tell her story. That's where I learned her story was from Potty Mouth. That's where I learned her story. Well, to be honest with you, if I was going to go after Marissa over threats and everything, I wouldn't wait for a night that Marissa had 700 or 800 people in her own stream. I don't talk in Marissa, so I mean, last time I was in a stream with Marissa, she booted me. And all that hollering and screaming and banging on a table and carrying on. Well, being drunk is no excuse. Sorry. I didn't get a break when I was drinking on a live stream. Yes, Kat, I would go live. I sure would. I sure would go live. But how many times is this scab going to be ripped off? of Potty Mouth Mama. How many times? The timing wasn't coincidental. If you listen, Potty Mouth Mama said she was sick of listening to MGL talk about how much she cares about kids. I don't think anybody does go live based on uh Molly's schedule. I totally agree, Tracy. Totally agree. You're not going to get an argument out of me. Nothing that came out of Marissa's mouth was good. Nothing. Oh, she should be more than ashamed of herself. She should crawl in a hole. I agree, Captain of my soul. When Sonia and others spoke about their situation with the purse, many had issues for bringing up the infamous Christmas wish list. Well, I haven't seen the threats, Cough Drop. I saw the messages where Marissa was telling Potty Mouth to get on that live over there and straighten it out. And there ain't nobody going to tell me where to go and when to go. So, do I blame Potty Mouth for not running over there and fixing it? No, I don't. Ain't nobody going to message me and tell me, get over there and fix this right now, because it's not going to happen. I haven't seen the threats. Are those posted on another video, Cough Drop? Because I believe if you can post, yeah, TT knew to get off panel. Okay, Sarah, then can we put them out there so we know who who's being threatened? I mean, are people really afraid of Molly Golightly? Yeah, where do we see the messages? Exactly, Kiki. I saw that, Pugs. I saw that. But wasn't that all in the same night of when she was dealing with her child having COVID and Diane was live and saying something that was pissing Molly off? Are there more threats? Is Molly really threatening people behind the scenes? Because if so, I think she needs to be outed. Hey, I would love to see all these threats because I think that needs to be outed. I mean, we can't just focus on one bad apple if we've got two or three floating around in the tub. Exactly, given grace. Hi, sweetie pie. Well, I can't remember everything that I don't. Tatum says there's a whole list. Just think back to all the MGL lives. The truth. Some people in your chats have been threatened by her Well, I can't go back. I can't take that seriously. That's like when, I've got proof that Diane, and I know Cough Drop, this is really gonna scratch your ass because I'm saying Diane. Diane went to Molly to come after me. So I know how this shit works. I would just like to see the threatening messages. Oh, I totally agree, Sonia. She owes more than an apology. If I said the things that Marissa said last night, I'd crawl in a hole. I'd never come back out. But I don't think like that. I don't think that low. I'm just wondering if now are we just now going to come forward with everything that Molly's ever said over the days? Agree, Sonia. It's not about what she said, it's about how she clearly feels. Well, I hope and pray that she doesn't keep doubling down, Tracy, because I don't know how you could get more disgusting than what went on last night. But by the same token, she was over there on her panel. Sure, Amber K. But Sarah, don't you think that you should bring that forward if people are being threatened? I mean, trust me, I brought it forward when Molly was asked to come after me and shut little old me down. Still waiting, Amber K. Hey, Sergeant Blackrock. Yeah, receipts do matter. That's why I wanted to see the stream. Why does everyone seem to think that just because Diane did what she did, that negative everything Laura, Corey, TT have ever done to themselves? Because we have seen proof that those people suck. Totally agree with you, Amber K. Totally agree. And believe it or not, I'm not one of those that actually hates Diane. I was just talking to somebody the other day. I'm actually going to miss Ladies' Night. I'm not going to support it, but I'm going to miss it. I saw the chat posted this morning and people were saying, get her, she should lose her kid. She doesn't deserve your kindness. What is wrong? Tracy, what chat? That's horrible. Well, I can't speak on truthfully, Trisha, because I wasn't around back in those days. I'm not, I mean, I didn't pick anybody to go on the anti Diane campaign. You don't see me participate in that, Amber Kay. I've said what I had to say about Diane. I bit my tongue for a long time when it comes to Diane. It's when Diane started hurting her friends that I finally spoke up. But at this point, that's between her and her friends. Hey, Stewie. Who's the Rosa Parks of YouTube? So there was another chat, Bodie Blue, just now with those kind of comments in it, because that's gross. I had to leave Marissa's. I couldn't listen to that anymore. But I couldn't listen to what was going on over at Amanda Lynn's either. So, Amber, I wasn't even interested in what TT had to say. In my opinion, that woman has moved on. She has gone her own way. She's doing her own thing. If she's over it, she's forgiven everybody, everybody's forgiven her, then whoop-de-doo, good job. Bodie, you've got to be talking about Wendy V's chat, right? Oh, did Wendy go? Is Wendy V live right now? Oh, I will, niece. Like I said, I think the whole situation is gross. I think this whole community has just gone to hell in a handbasket. Uh, I think anytime, thank you, Miracle Needed. It's been better, but I think anytime that a situation like this is being used for fodder is wrong. I think for blaming victims of anything is wrong. But I also wonder if Amanda Lynn and them didn't know what kind of response they were going to get from Marissa. Not that that excuses what Marissa said or did. Is Potty Mouth Mama okay? Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's got a lot of people supporting her, backing her. I'm sure she's okay. I mean, she did a video back to Marissa and she sounded okay. Hurry, Humpty Dumpty. Burn it down. That's true, Thumbirina. You put your shit out here, somebody always finds a way to come at you with it. You know, I put the fact that my son's a recovering addict or an addict, and I've had it used against me dozens and dozens of times. And I hate that. And I especially hate it for Potty Mouth. Potty Mouth should be able to tell her story. But I didn't learn her story through Marissa. I learned it through Potty Mouth. And I would love to see these threats. Cop Top, I guess I don't watch her that often because I haven't heard anything about Nikki. Burn it down. I don't think anyone is less against what MGL said than Diane supporters are against what she did. They don't publicly shame Diane. Why should anyone publicly shame MGL? Good point. Yeah, man, girl, I'm not going to stay on long. Like I said, I just after I watched last night, what I saw go down last night, I thought this truly is a cesspool. When we can take somebody's situation as potty mouth mamas, and we can call it karma, or we can call it, you know, because of you, or anything like that. This truly is a freaking cesspool. We can't keep we can't keep zero boundaries because nobody is shunning Diane from that side. Well, you know me, I'm going to speak on what I feel like I'm speaking on. And I think both sides acted inappropriately last night. And I'm sorry, but I think Potty Mouth Mama got played. Now she can do a live and say, no, she didn't. And that's cool too. Yeah, it is all too much, Tatum. I agree. I saw where Savage got swatted. While waiting for help or to pass away, I'm going to say this time with the pain meds, I would be an addict too. Hate me if you will. Not the pain is real. I'm so sorry, Miracle Needed. I'm so, so sorry. I think she was pushed into going live last night, Amber Kay. I don't think anybody's using her per se. I mean, what are they going to use her for? She's in a very precarious situation, from what I understand. But I do believe that last night it was the come on, go live, go live, go live. I do. I believe it was. Okay, Tatum, you can say that. You can say that. Well, I mean, all of you all can sit in here and say that. It just seems to me like it was a very crazy time to go live to attack Marissa. Not that Marissa didn't deserve to be attacked, but it was in a crazy, crazy time because Marissa had 700 or 800 people in her stream. And then boom, up pops a stream about how horrible she is. And I agree with it. I agree she is horrible. What was said last night was beyond comprehension. And if there are people getting threats in this community, I would love to see them because that person should be outed. No one should be getting threats. Okay, not that Diane. I can respect that. I can respect it. By the way, I understand why you had to change your name. Okay, Kimmy C, I totally get what you're saying. I totally get it. Potty Mouth Mama was tired of hearing Marissa say, for the kids, for the kids, for the kids, when she believes Marissa doesn't give two F's about kids. I get that. I get that. But don't you find it a little strange that, okay, she's fed up with it? Hey, Bailey Bex. Yes, Amber K, she did. But don't you think it very strange that of all nights to go and call her out last night? Yeah, but Marissa's live last night didn't have anything to do with for the kids, for the kids, for the kids. It had to do with trying to get Trisha, what's her name? Truthfully, Trisha, to talk about the things that were done to her or not, because I wasn't around. PMM came to Amanda, not the other way. Okay, Tatum, that may be true. Okay, Sarah, I'm not trying to make anything shady, but you're also not going to tell me what to do. Okay, so we'll nip that right now. I understand they don't work around MDL. They can go live whenever they want. I think their point might have been heard a lot better if they would have waited until there wasn't 700 people in Molly Go Lightly's live, knowing that somebody was going to run over there and say what was being said about Potty Mouth, and then it was going to turn into what it turned into, which was Marissa losing her freaking mind and saying horrible, disgusting things. There you go. I said it. What Marissa said hurt my heart. And I'm not even in the boat and pray that I never would be in the boat that Potty Mouth and her children are in. But you wait until a night that Marissa has 700 people in her chat, knowing that somebody is going to run over there and tell her what was being said on the panel over at Amanda Lynn's. And then Marissa loses her shit, which she has to take responsibility for. No one else can take responsibility for. It just seems a little strange to me, considering that all of this went down a month ago. Well, saying it was PMM's karma is bullshit, and PMM knows that. PMM did nothing wrong, nothing for what position she's in right now. Nothing. No person that's abused is 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 in any way responsible for what happened to them. That's disgusting. That's tearing down and attacking anyone that's ever been abused. PMM had to get things settled in her end before she could share it. Did you ever think about that? Get what settled? That Molly's being a total dick to her? And I want to see all of these threats that Molly's making to the community. But I don't know why that happens to her all the time. I don't know why. Maybe Puss in Boots is accidentally timed her out. I don't know. I agree. Thank you. Next. I didn't stick around. Sorry, Blackhearted. It was a pocket timeout. I couldn't believe what was coming out of mouths, much less what was being said in a chat. Look, Marissa doesn't like me because I'm tell her all the time to quit using the word freaking inbred. I hate it. There is no excuse for MGL's behavior. I am not saying that. I'm trying to see what Okolancy said. I'm not going to reread that chat. If it's that disgusting, I don't want to reread it. There is no excuse for Diane's behavior as well as MGL's. Can you all repeat that? Well, I just this isn't really even about Diane. Diane wasn't around last night, but the scab was picked a month ago on Diane's panel, and I want to know how it was handled. Did Potty Mouth contact Diane and say, please don't bring this up anymore? I agree, believe it. It is not about Diane. I just said that. I know a lot of people were trying to get her to calm down. I wouldn't even attempt it. I didn't even stick around to finish it because I was sickened to my stomach about what was said about somebody going through what Potty Mouth and her children are going through. Okay, think about this, Sarah. Okay, just think about this for a minute. And no, nobody, hello, Pink, nobody should work around MGL's lives. Okay? Nobody should have to work around. I mean, I try to be courteous and not go live when certain people are live, but nobody has to plan their lives or their time around MGL. But they had to know, Amanda Lynn, Potty Mouth, and Sally had to know that somebody was going to run over to MGL's and tell her what was being said. They also had to know that MGL was going to act a total fool and flip her lid and say terrible, hurtful things. Did anybody want to hear those terrible, hurtful things? I didn't. Okay, niece, I totally agree. But it's no different than other creators in this community that we all know are going to have this explosive behavior over something. and something disgusting is going to get said, it really hurt me to hear these things being said about PMM and her children. I agree, Bodie Blue. And Tatum, she's always vile like that. Okay, Tatum, she's always vile like that. So they had to know that last night something disgustingly vile was going to come out of her mouth that was going to hurt Potty Mouth and her kids. It's not being blamed on PMM, Cough Drop. I said I thought the timing was a little suspicious. Man, you take everything and twist it. No, no, no. I am not blaming Potty Mouth Mama. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry if I'm not getting my point across. I'm trying to read through your all's I am absolutely not excusing what MGL said. Absolutely not. No, it's not a conspiracy. Just a hell of a coincidence, okay? Just a hell of a coincidence that you would want to go live with somebody that you're having words with. Obviously, there's words going on between because I'm hearing about all these threats. I agree with that too, Kitten Mittens. But there's obviously words. I know, I saw that, Helen. It's starting to get really freaking crazy around here. Actually, I saw that, I think, when I decided what was going on in the other two was just something I couldn't take. No, not at all, Amber K. But do you want, I mean, did anybody want what Molly was screaming to be screamed in front of 5, 6, 700 people? Tracy, it was lights flashing. Thankfully, Savage was sitting outside. No, Tiffany Marie wasn't supporting that. Who would support that? Who could possibly support what Marissa said? I don't even think an apology is going to get her out of this one. But would it be nice for her uh to reach out and apologize to Potty Mouth? Yes, it would. Even though I wouldn't expect Potty Mouth to accept it. Oh, stop it. Not that, Diane. You don't know that. You don't know that. Now, see, now you're throwing out conspiracy theories. Yeah, but what Amber K, what Molly was talking about, if Potty Mouth was really listening to Marissa, she would have seen that what Marissa was doing was having some kind of drunken whoop-de-doo with Truthfully Trisha, trying to drag stuff out of Truthfully Trisha over what's gone down in the past. That's what was being discussed over there. That's what the whole live stream was about. Oh, I totally agree, Amber Kay. I'm just saying what I heard was hurtful and it was said in front of a lot of people. And I just don't think it was the best timing. Potty Mouth Mama can go live anytime she wants. She can do, you know, she can do whatever she wants. You're right, Brian. There was no stopping her. She was on a roll. Well, cough drop, that did prove to be stupid because anybody knows that you can't return something with the credit card because it's going to go right back on to the credit card. It's not going to go to cash in your hand. And it doesn't matter. It was a gift. There should be nothing said about it. That shouldn't be thrown in Potty Mouth's face. Nothing should be thrown in anyone's face. When it's a gift, it's a gift. But by the same token, the purse shouldn't have been thrown in somebody's face. I agree, Blackhearted. I agree, Tatum. She needs to be called to the she needs to be called to the to the carpet. Everybody's calling Diane to the carpet. MGL leading the way. Then let MGL be called to the carpet. Well, she'll probably rip me to shreds, Tracy. I don't care. It didn't scare me when Diane asked her to come for me. I'm not scared of her now. Yeah, that got pretty out of hand, Pink. I'm assuming nobody was home. Because if somebody heard me screaming and hollering like that inside my home, Bodie Blue, I'm with you there. No, Brian, you're not going to be able to find any way to excuse Molly's behavior last night. You can't just say I was mad, that she was mad. You don't get to be mad and say what she said. I'm not even talking about the gifts and shit. The gifts and shit have been thrown in so many people's faces on this platform since Christmas. I'm not even talking about that. But you cannot find an excuse in the world for what Molly said to Potty Mouth Mama about karma, about it being her fault. She married a lowlife, blah, blah, blah. You cannot find an excuse for that, Brian. It can't be excused. Oh, her husband was home? Well, he probably needs to cut the internet then. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Agree, souls. See, I didn't even see that part. She showed her husband. Well, Tracy, I think there was more to that live than to just say giving her opinion on MGL and the way that she says she cares for the kids. I mean, come on, guys. I'm not, in no means am I agreeing with what Molly did, but it's just been a week or two ago. You all sat and watched her donate $1,000 to St. Jude on a live stream. Can we just appreciate TT's exit from the panel? Oh, I think she owes Potty Mouth Mama a big, big apology. And whether Potty Mouth Mama accepts it or not, that's that's hers. She thought he was home. He came home in the middle of it. Her husband said he thinks PMM's story is a lie. I didn't hear none of that. Shame on him. Shame on you, Adrian. How can you even judge a person you've never even spoken to or had any communications with? And did Molly even correct it? Because I'm sure Molly's seen them news articles and stuff. See, I left, Pink. I couldn't take anymore. Me too, Jenna. I didn't want to hear any more of it. I didn't watch any more of Amanda Lynn's. I didn't watch any more of Molly's. Somehow or another, I caught it right about the time Savage was getting swatted. I can honestly say this. I hope that potty mouth situation does not come up ever again, ever again on anybody's stream, unless it's on potty mouth and she wants to tell her story. Thank you, Glamorous Life. I really honestly hope that Potty Mouth's story remains hers and it's not used for fodder for, you know, well, and stream after stream now, are we going to hear, well, remember what MGL said about PMM? Or are we going to hear, you know, is it going to be another Diane fiasco? It was cruel, Remy. It really was. It is PMM story and only hers. Not that Diane, when standards are lowered and it's common to dock, SWAT, etc., that is what we get. I hope not, Sarah. I don't want to see. I don't want to see any of this doxing, swatting. What did Niece say? I'm looking for Niece's comment. Oh, it must be way up there. I don't see it. Exactly, giving grace. We need to get back to showing receipts or it didn't happen. Nobody's word is credible here anymore. My heart hurts for PMM too. I think the item was out of stock and credited back to MGO. And we can look on the bright side. We know PMM's kids had a great Christmas. And to me, that's fantastic. Agree, Regina. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the thank yous in the text messages, Sarah. And people saying, well, she this is her second year in a row for having Christmas covered. I don't care. I don't care. Makes me no difference because children are children and they deserve to have a Christmas every year. So true, Winky. That was a totally disgusting stream, and all comments telling her so were deleted. Well, I don't know who was modding in there, but that's not being a very good mod. I would think you would want to shut her down, not encourage it. In all this time, I've never looked up PMM story. I've never doubted it for a moment. I've never looked it up. Although I know it's public record, I've never ever bothered to look it up because it's not my business. Yep, Pink, you're right. Some people think you can donate now and throw it in your face later. It's trending. It's pathetic. Don't donate if you're gonna if you're gonna complain. Totally, totally agree. But this has been going on for several months. They're throwing things in people's faces. And when I went live about it, trust me, I caught tons of hell about it from Diane. I caught live on a live stream about it. I caught hell on a live stream about it. I caught hell in private messages. Trust me, I caught hell about it. But I still spoke up about it. And I'll speak up about this. And I don't want anybody in here to think for 1 minute that I agree with anything that Marissa did last night. I just think it was an absolute horrible time for Amanda Lynn and PMM and Sally to go live. Maybe it wasn't planned. Maybe it wasn't, but it was an absolute. And no, they don't have to check to make sure it's a good time or a bad time. It was just a horrible time to go live about it. And that's my opinion. I agree, life was rewinded, but it started long before this with potty mouth, the telling people who bought for who and all that. Trust me, the list thing started long before potty mouth. See, niece said something profound again, and I missed it. True, niece. See, Shell, I don't think so. I mean, do I think that that Marissa would have went live? And yeah, I do. I do think she would have went live. I don't know that it would gotten out of totally out of control like it did last night. It doesn't matter now at this point. Well, according to you guys, she's already going at Potty Mouth Mama. That there's being threats made against Potty Mouth and other people. I would really like to see the threats because no, believe it. No, 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 no. I wouldn't have been okay with it if it happened on my panel either. Nice try though. I don't even have that kind of relationship with Potty Mouth that it would even be considered to be held on my panel. So, talking out your ass there. But would somebody please do me a favor and email me all these threats that are going on? Because I would really like to see them and call them out. I would really like to see all of these threats and call them out because nobody deserves to be threatened. Reminds me of my mother-in-law would get the best gifts off the kids' list and throw it in my face. Yeah, that's been going on for a while. Sarah, you're not going to get me to disagree with you that she flipped her shit. Thank you, Tatum. Because I want to, I mean, if this person is going around threatening the entire community, then they should be called out for it. I hear you, Remy, and that's sad. That's sad. These are tough times. And for all of this shit, well, I bought a gift for so and so, and I bought a gift for so and so. And Molly's not the only one that's done it, guys. I mean, yeah, what she did last night was freaking horrible. But Molly's not the only one that's thrown a gift in somebody's face. I agree. She took it too deep. I agree. I agree. But I'm gonna get off here. I've got dishes and stuff to do. I'm sorry if I upset any of you all. I firmly believe the Potty Mouse story is her story. You'll never hear me speak on it again. I've never spoken on it to begin with. I think last night was horrible, disgusting. Um, do I feel like it was piss poor timing? I sure do. Uh, no, I'm not guilting anybody to show threats. I really want to see the threats. I guess I just don't take threats that serious. So, I mean, but if she's behind the scenes threatening all of these people, Uber, then don't you think it should be brought to the attention of YouTube? I mean, why is this being tolerated? By the way, I love you to death, Uber. Why is it being tolerated that this woman is behind the scenes threatening all of these people? Me too, Life Rewanted. But I mean, I personally would like to see all the threats. Because if she's really behind, and I saw what she said to PMM, and I don't agree with it in the text or on her live stream, but I would really like to see who she's threatening, what she's saying. Because why should she get away with that? Okay, Uber, if it's being taken care of, then that's cool. I'll watch for it. I'll watch for it because I don't think anybody should be allowed to be behind the scenes threatening other YouTubers. That's bullshit. No more proof needed than last night's live stream. Yeah, but I'm not talking about the threats with Potty Mouth Mama. I'm under the impression she's making threats to other people. That's the impression I got. Am I mistaken? Oh, okay. Okay, Uber. Right, Hockey Mom? She's threatened to drop Stephanie Brown's mugshot. Was that been recently? Because trust me when I say Stephanie Brown's mugshot's been floating around a Discord forever. Not that that makes it right. No, I'm not forgetting it all, souls. Well, I'm sure Stephanie Brown probably laughed at her. Potty Mouth has a short video up. It's 3 hours ago. I'll go look at it. But again, I don't want anybody to believe that I agree with what went down last night at all, because obviously I don't. I think it was horrible. I think it was disgusting. And I don't know how Marissa comes back from this. I don't even think continuing to go at Diane is going to keep Marissa in a good light at all with people. And like I said, I just felt like the timing was way off. That's my opinion. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. In the meantime, I pray for Potty Mouth. I pray for her children. I hope someday that the scars are melted away and that her children live happy, productive, uh, beautiful, joyous lives. And she should never, ever, ever think for 1 minute that she did anything wrong to bring this situation upon herself. Because Potty Mouth, if you're out there listening, there's you should have no shame. You should have no guilt. So doesn't it always? All know is that I'll never suggest anyone I know make a list here again. Yeah. Well, everybody say your prayers for Potty Mouth, because it was my understanding that this is from no way close to being over. Uh, the little bit that I heard that there's still court proceedings and things that are going to happen. That's horrible that any child has to go through this repeatedly. But like I said, I just find it all a little too crazy. And that's why I put on here, y'all gross, not you in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming over and speaking your minds. Niece, Sarah, Souls, Kimmy C. I appreciate you all coming over here and speaking your minds. I'll take into consideration everything you guys said. And I hope from this point on that the threats stop, the shaming stops, quit shaming people for addiction, quit shaming people for abuse, quit shaming people, man. Life's tough. But with that, I'm going to go. I hope you all have a great day, great weekend. And come on, man, let's be nice. It's pretty simple. And it's free. So, see you guys around the tubes.